We got 100,000 subscribers! Thank you all for being here. Got the balloons to mark this day. If your Instagram marketing strategy for 2022 has gone dark, kind of like this room, and you're not sure what to do as a small business owner, this video is for you. Since you're here, I'm guessing you are a business owner and you're slightly overwhelmed with all the things that have been happening within the Instagram platform. But even beyond that, every platform has changed, every platform's moved towards video. And you might be wondering, do I just need to be pumping out videos 24/7? Well, in this video, I'm gonna break down what I'm focusing on as an Instagram marketer, and I'm gonna cover some features that Instagram released that were designed for creators, but I'm gonna break down how you as a business owner can use them to generate even more revenue to your business. Let's dive into your Instagram marketing strategy for 2022. My first tip for your Instagram marketing strategy is kind of a mindset tip, and don't fast forward through this part, you have to hear this. Think like the algorithm. Instagram is an algorithm, just like TikTok is an algorithm and YouTube is an algorithm. What do algorithms want? They are designed to push out content that keeps people in the platform longer. So take a good long look at your content, maybe get an unbiased opinion as well, and think, does your content keep people in the app longer? Are people reading your caption? Are they rewatching your video over and over again? Is your content so high value that people are saving it and coming back to it, therefore spending more time in the app? And does your content foster a social connection? Does it make people want to comment or DM you? So with that mindset, I want you to think about the second part of my Instagram strategy, which is Reels. No surprise there, but we have seen Reels help accounts grow like never before. We've had Reels since the summer of 2020, and Instagram is only continuing to push them out. In fact, if you look at your Explore page right now, you'll see that Reels take up a large part of the real estate. No pun intended. Actually, yes, it was. So just like I've been teaching for years on this channel and in my other platforms, your content should fit into 3 value buckets. 1, is your content inspiring? Does it make someone want to watch it again because they feel all those good feelings? 2, is your content entertaining? Does it make someone laugh? Do they want to share it with their friend or their mom? And 3, is your content educational? Does it teach them something new? So much so that they save your content or they share it or they screenshot it. This same content strategy applies to your Reels. Experiment. Try a reel that's more inspiring, try one that's more entertaining, and try one that's more educational. See what resonates with your audience. And when something starts to take off, continue that trend. In fact, that's a mistake that I've made in the last 18 months, and I covered all my Instagram Reel mistakes in this video right here. Reels are a key part of my marketing strategy because they are amazing for visibility, meaning getting new eyeballs onto my content, my profile, and therefore my business. When you publish a Reel, yes, your current followers are going to see it. And if they respond well to it, meaning they're engaging, they're sharing, they're spending more time on it, the algorithm is going to take note of this and share your Reel with even more people who aren't following you. That's when you get onto people's Explore pages. And that is when you get new followers to your profile, all because of your short form video. That takes me into the third part of my Instagram strategy. And that is when I get new followers from my Reels, great, fantastic, but I want to engage with them. I want to make sure we have a connection or relationship. And the best way to engage with my current or new followers is through Instagram stories. Now, I'll admit, my story views vary greatly. There are some days where they get a couple hundred views, and there are other days where it can go up to 8,000 views. And you might be surprised to hear that based on the size of my account. But whenever my stories get 8,000 views or 800 views, I just take it as data. What this tells me is that the content I'm sharing in my stories is not really resonating with my current followers. So I gotta step things up a bit. And what that usually means is that I'm sharing too much promotional content in my stories. My followers are not engaging, they're popping off, and therefore more people are not seeing my stories. When this happens, I shake things up in my stories a bit. I share something more personal, or I share something that's really fun and easy to engage with. For example, I got my nails done. Nice, right? And even though they were already done, I still posted a picture to my Instagram stories and asked people, what do you think? Yay or nay? It didn't really matter if people liked them or not, but that story got seen by so many more people than my average views because people were engaging, people were sharing their opinion. So even though it seems fun or fluffy or whatever, still share that kind of content in your stories. Your Instagram stories are perfect for sharing the behind the scenes aspect of your life, the more personal things, whatever you feel comfortable sharing beyond just whatever your business is offering. Remember, people do business with people, so don't be afraid to be human and share that side of yourself in your stories. So Reels help you get visibility in front of new people. Stories help you engage with your current audience. But how do you drive sales? And that brings me to the next part of my strategy, and that is the direct messages. Still a solid feature to not neglect on Instagram because the DMs, that's where sales happen. I do not neglect my DMs. In fact, I use my stories and my captions in my posts to drive people over to my DMs so that they message me, so that we create that relationship. And then my team, who's behind the scenes helping me manage and reply to my DMs, they can help people there too. So that might mean we have a student messaging us and they're having problem accessing their product, or we might have someone who's trying to buy the product, or they've one more question and they just need a little bit of help in order to get there. I'll say this again, the DMs are where the sales are at. If you're putting in a ton of effort into making content and getting visibility and getting new followers, do not neglect the DMs because that is where the results are of your content efforts, the sales. The fifth part of my Instagram marketing strategy for 2022 relates to a feature that I don't enjoy talking about. That is hashtags. Since I started as an Instagram educator back in 2016, hashtags seem to be the #1 headache for people. And honestly, they're a headache for me too. Because there's so many questions about them and people stress about hashtags way more than they need to. So my hashtag strategy has more or less stayed the same, but I want to mention hashtags in this video because they drive me nuts. But there are rumors out there saying you should only post 3 hashtags, or you should only post 5 to 8 targeted hashtags, and you should definitely not post 30 hashtags because
that is spammy.
Look, I'm all about experimenting, and I use my account to experiment all the time. But the truth is, by using fewer hashtags, I didn't really see a difference in terms of my reach, engagement, or views. But even more than that, I turned to an expert in my industry, Later. I'm actually a partner with Later. Later is a scheduling tool, and what Later did was analyze accounts, and what they found out was that content that used between 20 to 30 hashtags performed the best. So for me, I use anywhere between 20 to 30 hashtags in every single post. I share my hashtags in my caption and not in the first comment. And that, my friend, is my hashtag strategy in a nutshell. For more on hashtags and how I quickly and easily find them, check out this video right here. Moving on to the fifth part of my Instagram marketing strategy, and this relates to a relatively new feature that when it dropped, everyone kind of freaked out. The link sticker. What the link sticker did was make sure that anyone could share links in their stories. You no longer needed to have 10,000 followers in order to use what was then the swipe up feature. So yes, you can share links in your stories today, right now. The only thing is about the link sticker is that statistically, it's known to decrease your engagement. And that might be related to my story engagement problem and when it's really low. The reason makes sense. When you're using the link sticker in your stories, you're driving people off of the Instagram app. And therefore, people are not going to continue watching your stories. They're not going to reply. They're not going to engage. In fact, Hootsuite tested out this theory and they found that stories that had a link sticker had 3 times less the reach than stories that did not have a link sticker. So if you're battling low engagement, especially when it comes to your stories, and I'm in that boat sometimes, it might be worth experimenting by not using the link sticker and coming up with ways to have people engage with your story that doesn't involve sending them away and out of the app. For example, instead of dropping the link, you can simply share a story that asks people to reply to the story if they want the link. If they reply to your story, that's going to create a private DM thread between the two of you, and you can share the link in the DMs with them that way. Okay, I know it feels like we've covered a lot, but really the big features we've talked about are Reels, Stories, and DMs. Now I'm going to throw one more feature your way, and this is going to be a big part of my strategy this year, and that is going live. Now hear me out, I know that going live isn't the sexiest, newest feature, but things have changed quite a bit here in this realm. You can now schedule your lives in advance, and you can connect that scheduled live to one of your posts that live in your feed. That way, people can tap your post to get a reminder of when you go live. And then when your live is done, that reminder still lives in your post and they can still tap that bell, and it's actually going to drive people to the replay of your live. I've tried this feature out for myself, and I have to say it's pretty slick, and it inspired me to want to do even more lives for my business. Typically, I only go live when I'm launching, but because of this feature, because I can schedule in advance and really give people a good heads up, I'm excited to go live more and just answer questions, give free value outside of my launches, outside of my promotions, just to connect with my audience even more. All right, on to the next part of my strategy, and this entails using, again, a relatively new feature called Collabs. Now, this might be because of my introvert nature, but I have actually not used Collabs yet, and I don't know why. I need to reach out to people and use this feature because it can be super powerful. What Collabs allows you and another account to do is to share posted content. So your followers are used to seeing your content, right? But imagine you post something that actually connects to another account. Maybe this is an account in your industry and you both agree to promote each other. Or maybe you have a separate account for your business and you want to cross promote the content for both accounts. So Collabs is a great way to collaborate with another existing account, whether it's yours or someone else's, and sort of share the reach that you both have. Together, you can both be more powerful than separate. Last but certainly not least is a feature that I have my eye on because I don't have access to it yet. And the feature is subscriptions. Subscriptions is a way for creators to offer exclusive content that's locked, and it's only available to people who pay to access that content. Now, creators can set the monthly price to whatever they want, and according to Instagram, they can offer special benefits to their subscribers. Ooh, sounds mysterious. What this reminds me of is Patreon, which is a subscription platform that a lot of YouTubers use to offer exclusive content to their top most engaged subscribers, or the ones who are willing to pay for it. So this new feature might be Instagram's play at YouTube. Who knows? We'll see how it plays out. But for us as business owners, I'm excited to see if this rolls out for everyone. Think about what it'd be like to monetize your Instagram content. Your most engaged followers will get exclusive first access to your best content. And this way, Instagram becomes yet another revenue stream for your business. Now, it's still early days with this feature, and I've already got a few ideas of how us business owners can really leverage it. So don't miss any of my future videos on this channel. Be sure to subscribe now and hit the bell so that you can stay in the loop of future updates. Now, if you like this concept of mine of just focusing on the features of Instagram that give you the most bang for your buck, you're going to want to take my free Instagram workshop. This is where I go deeper into my entire strategy on how you can do less but sell more on Instagram. Sounds good, right? Head to this link to join my free workshop, and together we're gonna work on things like your profile and your content strategy. So I can't wait to see you there. And yeah, it's totally free. Now, if you're ready to dive even deeper into your Reels strategy because you know that Reels are the best way to grow your profile and get more eyeballs, make sure to watch my next video right here where I cover the top mistakes people make when it comes to their Reels, mistakes that I've made myself. So head on over to that video and I'll see you there soon.